From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the evening news blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting that a far-right party in New Zealand that is hostile to trans rights preempted a government announcement on Wednesday that the country will indefinitely ban the use of puberty blockers by trans youth. The New Zealand First Party, a minority member of Parliament's coalition government, made the announcement 3 hours ahead of the government's own health ministry, declaring a victory in its war on woke. Erin in the morning reports. Today, Sanity won another battle in the war on woke. The surprise announcement read, after years of dangerous ideological experimentation pushed by radical activists and blah, 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 the New Zealand government has officially banned puberty blockers for children. This is what happens when you back a party that actually delivers. Delivers what exactly? While other parties can't even define what a woman is, we've stood up for families and truth and children and all that. Yeah, sure. Well, anyway, the preemptive declaration was one more indication of the politicization of healthcare for trans youth in New Zealand and around the world, and a clue to the party's intimate involvement in crafting the government's policy. The change adds New Zealand to a growing list of countries and U.S. states banning gender-affirming care for trans youth. The government's own announcement described the decision as a precautionary approach to gender-affirming care for transgender youth. There is a lack of high-quality evidence that demonstrates the benefits or risks of puberty-blocking drugs for trans youth, Health Minister Simeon Brown said. 113 patients in New Zealand were using puberty blockers in 2023, according to the Health Ministry. While the policy announcement didn't mention the widely criticized Cass report, the controversial document claiming a lack of evidence supporting gender-affirming care for young people that was released in the UK last year, which is just loaded with all sorts of data errors. It's the basis of the UK's own indefinite ban on puberty blockers, which New Zealand is following. Both countries say they'll wait for the results of a UK government-sponsored clinical trial on the efficacy of puberty blockers for trans youth before making final determination on their use. The prohibition won't affect trans kids currently taking the drugs. By pinning the resumption of prescribing to a UK trial result expected in 2031, the government has effectively sacrificed a generation of trans youth, said New Zealand civil rights organization Rights Aotearoa. They are demanding a level of evidence for trans healthcare that they do not demand for hundreds of other treatments routinely used in pediatrics. Both bans make an exception for children experiencing early onset puberty and other conditions, raising equal protection questions, just like it has here in the United States. This will undoubtedly end up in court very quickly as a subject of a judicial review, but the judges don't have any background in medicine, science, biology, geology, whatever. He called it a blatant violation of New Zealand's Human Rights Act. New Zealand's ban takes effect on December 19th. That's the News Blast for this hour. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. Coming up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.